Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains June 13th through the 23rd. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
All right, so are you ready to dive deep into something really interesting?
Always ready.
Okay, well, let's get right to it then. Today's deep dive is going to take us right into the world of pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah?
More specifically, the Royal Rumble 2025.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm a little surprised by this one. The internet is already buzzing about this thing.
Really?
Yeah, and the event's still like, what, 10 months away, something like that?
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. The sheer volume of search terms is wild. It seems like everybody's already trying to figure out who's going to be in the ring.
I can imagine.
So our mission, if you choose to accept it, is to decode this buzz.
Sounds like a plan.
What can we actually learn about the event itself and like what fans are expecting just from these search terms?
Good question.
Right? So let's start with something that kind of jumped out at me when we were first looking at this data.
Okay, what's that?
There are a lot of searches for Royal Rumble 2025 on Netflix.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, I thought everyone knew by now that Peacock is where you watch WWE stuff.
Yeah, you'd think so, right?
So what do you think that means?
Well, maybe some folks are just a little behind on the whole streaming situation.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or, maybe it's something else entirely.
Like what?
Like maybe it points to something bigger, like a desire for the event to be more widely accessible.
Oh, you mean like Netflix has way more subscribers than Peacock?
Exactly.
Right? So maybe fans are kind of hoping for a situation where anyone can watch it without needing a specific streaming service.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And it kind of makes you think about how much the whole media landscape is changing right now.
You're sure?
Like we're all cutting cords and figuring out what to subscribe to and what not to.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of things that fans are searching for, there's another big one.
What's that?
Date and time info.
Makes sense.
I mean, there are tons of variations on this. Royal Rumble 2025 start time, or just when is the Royal Rumble, and then like a zillion where to watch searches.
Yeah, everybody wants to know how to watch it.
Right, like nobody wants to miss the action.
It's that classic event anticipation. You see it with concerts, sports, you name it.
Yep, makes you want to be in the loop.
Right. It's about being part of the experience with everyone else.
Exactly. Okay, so then there's this whole other category of searches that I find super intriguing.
Huh, what is it?
People are obsessed with the match card.
Ah, yes, the match card.
So for those who might not be familiar with wrestling lingo, can you explain what that is exactly?
Sure. The match card is basically the lineup of matches for the entire event.
So it's like who's fighting who?
Yep, and the order they're going in.
Oh, I see.
And honestly, the level of interest in the match card makes sense.
So?
Well, because that's where all the storylines we've been following for months could potentially come together.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to predict which rivalries will boil over at the Rumble.
Exactly. Fans are looking for any tiny clue that might hint at dream matchups or like surprise returns.
Yeah, it's like a giant puzzle just waiting to be solved.
And that's exactly why WWE storylines are so compelling.
You're right. They keep people guessing and invested for months and months.
It's all about those long-term narratives.
Which actually brings us to another interesting search term.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, we're seeing WrestleMania 2025 pop up alongside all these Royal Rumble searches.
Interesting. So fans are already thinking even further ahead.
They sure are. And it makes sense when you think about it.
How so?
Well, because the Royal Rumble often sets the stage for WrestleMania.
Right. It's like the kickoff point for those bigger WrestleMania storylines.
Exactly. Like you might get a surprise winner at the Rumble, and that totally shakes things up for WrestleMania.
Exactly. Or a huge betrayal happens, and suddenly there's a whole new rivalry to watch.
So the Royal Rumble is kind of like the first domino to fall.
Yeah, and WrestleMania is like the grand finale.
I love that analogy. It's so true.
And it just shows you how much fans are invested in this whole world.
Absolutely. It's not just about watching matches. It's about being part of this ongoing story.
Yeah, you're right. It's about the community, the speculation, the anticipation.
And I think that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating.
Agreed. It's amazing how these search terms can reveal so much about the fans and what they're looking for.
It's like we're getting a sneak peek into their minds.
And it makes you think about the bigger picture, right? Like, what does all this engagement tell us about the power of live events in a world that's increasingly digital?
That's a really good question.
Okay.
Like maybe it's the unpredictability of live events that draws us in, or that feeling of being part of something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah, or maybe it's just that we all crave good storytelling no matter what form it takes.
That's a great point.
So for all of you listening, I want you to think about what it is about the Royal Rumble, or any live event really, that makes you so eager to break it down and analyze every detail.
It's a good thing to think about.
Is it the thrill of not knowing what's going to happen?
Or the feeling of being part of a shared experience.
It's really interesting to think about.
It is.
As we get closer to Royal Rumble 2025, keep those thoughts in mind.
Yeah. Who knows what surprises are in store for us? Yeah. Exactly. All right, that's it for today's deep dive.
Thanks for listening.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, so everyone is super curious about the Royal Rumble 2025. And we've got a ton of internet searches that you all sent in.
Oh,
and we're going to take a deep dive into what those searches reveal about what fans are hoping to see this year.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how
Yeah.
much we can learn just by looking at what people are typing into search engines. You know, it's kind of like we're getting a sneak peek at the collective hopes and dreams of the entire WWE universe.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in and start with the biggest question on everyone's mind.
Okay.
Who is going to win this thing? We've got a ton of searches for who's going to win the Royal Rumble, who will win. Some people are even searching who won,
Oh, wow.
trying to get those spoilers.
They want those spoilers. Yeah, that's really telling, isn't it? It really speaks to how much anticipation there is for this event.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know. But what I think is even more interesting is who the fans are hoping to see win.
Okay.
Names like Charlotte Flair, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, they keep popping up over and over again.
Yeah. Those names are definitely generating a lot of buzz.
Mm-hmm.
But why? What is it about these particular wrestlers that have really captured the imaginations of the fans?
Well, Charlotte Flair, I mean, she's practically royalty in the WWE world, right?
Yeah.
You've got her lineage, her skill, her dominance. She's just a natural contender.
Mm.
But then you have Lash Legend and Jada Parker, and they represent something different.
Okay.
They're newer faces.
Yeah.
They're bringing a fresh energy to the game and a new sense of possibility.
Right. It's almost like fans are looking for like a changing of the guard,
Yeah,
a new era in women's wrestling.
exactly.
Okay, and speaking of the matches themselves, we're seeing a lot of searches for details on the match card.
Oh, yeah.
Who's facing off against who? Will it be men's, women's? Any specific matchups? They want to know how this whole thing is going to play out.
That's right. And it's not just about the final outcome.
Right.
They're really invested in the whole journey.
Mm-hmm.
Every single match, every rivalry, every upset, it all just adds to the excitement and the drama of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and it seems like they want to be there for every single minute of it, too.
Oh, really?
Based on how many searches we're getting for the exact start time, what time does the Royal Rumble start?
Wow.
Royal Rumble 2025 start time. It's
Well-
like they're planning their whole night around this event.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which brings up another interesting point where, like, how are people planning on watching this thing? Because we're seeing a ton of searches related to streaming services,
Oh, interesting.
especially Netflix and Peacock.
Okay, so Peacock makes sense because that's where a lot of WWE content is these days.
Right.
But all these searches for Royal Rumble on Netflix, what's that about?
Yeah. What do you make of that?
I mean, there are a couple possibilities.
Okay.
It could just be simple confusion.
Okay.
You know, maybe some fans just aren't up to speed on all the latest WWE streaming partnerships.
Right.
But it could also be something a little deeper, you know? Maybe it's like a desire for the Royal Rumble to be even more accessible.
Mm.
Maybe they want to reach an even wider audience.
Yeah, like a subtle message to the WWE. Hey, we want to watch this, make it easy for us.
Exactly. And that's why I think these searches are so fascinating,
Yeah.
because they give us a glimpse into not just what fans are interested in,
Mm-hmm.
but also what they expect from the WWE,
Right.
what they want to see.
Yeah, it's a lot more than just simple questions.
Yeah.
It's like a whole conversation they're trying to have with the WWE
Exactly.
through their search bars.
Yeah. You know, something else that really stands out to me is all the nostalgia in these searches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing names like Johnny Gargano, Jey Uso,
Yeah.
even some throwbacks like The Shield and
Oh.
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like a whole wish list of WWE legends
Right.
and fan favorites. But why? What do you think is driving this whole nostalgia thing? Is it just like people wanting to go back to the good old days?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there something more to it?
I think it's probably a combination of things. You know, there's that obvious appeal of seeing familiar faces and reliving all those iconic moments. But I think it also speaks to this desire for a sense of continuity, like a connection to the history and the legacy of the WWE.
Yeah, it's almost like fans are looking for those threads that
Exactly.
connect the past to the present.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're saying, hey, the WWE is more than just this
Yeah,
collection of individual wrestlers.
Right.
It's a story
It's a story.
that's been unfolding for decades.
Exactly. And all those legacy names, they represent different chapters in that story.
Right.
They evoke specific emotions and rivalries and different eras.
Yeah.
It's a way for fans to connect with their own personal history with the WWE.
It's fascinating how just a name
I know, it's amazing.
can trigger all these memories and emotions. And it's not just individual wrestlers either. We're seeing searches for specific match types and scenarios too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like men's Royal Rumble time, women's Royal Rumble, even how many entrants in 2025 Royal Rumble.
Wow, so they're digging for those details.
Yeah.
They're trying to piece together the whole puzzle of the event.
Yeah, they're not just passive viewers anymore.
Right.
They're actively speculating and debating all the possibilities.
Absolutely. Like they're all armchair bookers.
Yeah.
Just crafting their own narratives
Right.
and predicting how the night's going to unfold.
And they're invested.
Yeah.
They want to feel like they're part of the action.
Exactly. And that reminds me of all those searches for who won.
Oh.
That's not just about curiosity.
Right.
It's about emotional engagement. These fans are rooting for their favorites.
Yeah.
They're feeling all the highs and lows right alongside the wrestlers.
It's like they're living vicariously through
yeah.
these larger-than-life characters, sharing in their triumphs and feeling their defeats.
It's a testament to the power of storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way that the WWE is able to create those strong emotional connections.
With its audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not just about the winners either. It's about the journey, the surprises,
Yeah.
the unexpected moments that make the Royal Rumble so unique.
And speaking of surprises, did you see all the searches related to Rhea Ripley?
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Things like, is Rhea Ripley in the Royal Rumble?
Oh, interesting.
There's a lot of speculation about her potential involvement.
Yeah, it seems like there's a real thirst for information.
Oh, yeah.
In general, we're also seeing tons of searches for things like how to watch the Royal Rumble 2025, how to watch, even how long is the Royal Rumble 2025?
Wow. They want to be prepared.
Yeah.
They want to know where to watch, how to watch, and just how long they need to clear their schedules for.
Exactly. And it all circles back to those streaming searches we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Royal Rumble Netflix, Royal Rumble streaming, where to watch the Royal Rumble. Accessibility and convenience are key.
Yeah, it's clear that the way people are consuming entertainment is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And the WWE needs to adapt to that.
So what does all this tell us about the state of the WWE universe in 2025?
Well, I think, first of all, it confirms how popular and exciting the Royal Rumble still is.
Yeah.
These searches show us that there's this really passionate fan base out there that's just eager to engage with the event.
On multiple levels.
Yes. And they're not just passive viewers.
Right.
They're active participants. They're invested in the stories, the characters, the spectacle of it all.
They want to know who's competing, who's winning, how they can be a part of this whole experience.
Exactly. And I think it also highlights the importance of nostalgia and legacy in the WWE.
Right.
Fans are really drawn to those familiar faces
Yeah.
and iconic moments in those threads that connect the past to the present.
It's like a reminder that the WWE is built on this rich history.
Mm-hmm.
And those stories continue to resonate with fans today. But it's not just about looking back, is it?
No, it's not.
It's about looking forward as well.
Exactly.
These searches also show a desire for new stars, fresh storylines, a sense of evolution.
Yeah.
Fans want to see the next generation of superstars rise to the occasion
Exactly.
and witness the future of the WWE unfold. So it's this delicate balance between respecting the past and embracing the future.
Absolutely. And I think that's also reflected in how fans are consuming content.
Yeah.
This shift towards streaming is undeniable. And the WWE needs to make sure that their content is accessible and convenient.
To a wider audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, and maybe most importantly, these searches really reveal the emotional connection that fans have with the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely.
They're not just looking for information.
Right.
They're looking for stories, moments, connections
Yeah.
that resonate with their own passions and interests.
It's about the thrill of victory. The agony of defeat.
Yeah.
All those unpredictable moments that make the Royal Rumble so captivating.
So here's the big question.
Okay.
Do these searches actually predict the outcome of the Royal Rumble?
That's a great question.
Or are they just a reflection of what fans want to see happen?
Well, that's the beauty of it, you know?
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble is known for its surprises, twists, and turns.
Yeah.
So while these searches can give us some clues about potential favorites
Yeah.
and popular storylines, they can't really predict the unpredictable nature of the event.
So we can't just rely on these searches to spoil the ending. We still have to watch the Royal Rumble for ourselves.
I think so. These searches just add to the anticipation.
Right.
They fuel the speculation and add another layer of engagement for the fans.
But they can't replace the actual thrill of watching the event unfold live.
Right.
Witnessing the surprises, the victories, the heartbreaks, and all those moments that make the Royal Rumble so special.
Exactly.
So for everyone out there who's been, glued to their screens searching for any little clue about the Royal Rumble,
Oh, yeah.
here's the takeaway.
Put down your phones.
Yeah.
Step away from those search bars. Get ready to be surprised.
Yeah, because as much as we love to analyze these trends,
Yeah.
the beauty of the Royal Rumble really is its unpredictability.
Absolutely.
I mean, these searches are a great snapshot of, what the fans are hoping for, but they can't account for all the crazy twists and turns
Yeah.
and the shocking returns
Right.
and the upsets
The jaw-dropping upset.
that make this event so legendary.
It's like you're reading a mystery novel.
Yeah.
You can look at all the clues and try to guess the ending,
Yeah.
but there's nothing like actually turning that final page and seeing what really happens.
Exactly. And in this case, the truth unfolds in the ring.
Yeah.
Live with every single body slam and every roar of the crowd.
And that's why, even with all this instant information and online spoilers,
Yeah.
the Royal Rumble is still a must-watch event.
He really is.
It reminds us that sometimes the best stories are the ones that we get to experience firsthand,
Yeah.
with all the raw emotion and energy of being there in the moment.
So what does all this mean for you, the listener, who's been on this deep dive with us?
Whoa.
It means embrace the mystery, savor the anticipation,
Yeah.
and get ready for a night of pure WWE mayhem.
Because the Royal Rumble is more than just wrestling.
Yeah.
It's a cultural phenomenon.
Right.
It's a celebration of athleticism storytelling, the power of dreams.
And it's a reminder that sometimes the most satisfying victories are the ones we least expect.
Absolutely.
So we've uncovered the top questions, the hottest rumors, and the wildest predictions about the Royal Rumble 2025.
All based on what you, the fans, are searching for online.
Exactly. But now it's time to put those searches aside.
Yeah.
Tune into the event and let the real story unfold.
And who knows, maybe we'll see some of those long shot searches come true.
Yeah.
Those underdog hopes.
Right.
The wild predictions.
That would be amazing.
I know that's what makes the Royal Rumble so special.
Right.
Anything is possible.
All right. That is going to do it for this deep dive into the Royal Rumble 2025.
It was a good one.
Yeah. So until next time.
See you later.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.